What it do, good people?
We are live. We are live. We are live. Bars and buckets. Welcome to another episode of the hottest, coolest, most drunkest sports hip hop show out there in the land, man. Welcome to Bars and Buckets, man. Thank you everybody for tuning in, man. Be sure you chime in with everybody. We got free throws we about to shoot up in a minute, man. But just want to welcome everybody back to the show. Hope everybody had a good week. There's been a lot of stuff going on in sports, hip hop. You know, a lot of different things we're gonna talk about, man, in this show, man. But once again, I want to welcome everybody to the show, man. Corn AD, man. What's up with y'all, brothers? Y'all good?
Man, it's been a long ass day, bro. I can tell you that, man. But you know, I always look forward to you know, our weekly broadcast, man. This is, you know, kind of like my safe haven a little bit, man. After all the turmoil at work and shit, I get to come on here and just kind of kick back with people that check in with us every week, man. So shout out to all the people that check in every week, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Share this live, man. Get this shit out there, man. Let everybody check in where you at.
What's good, everybody? What's happening? Let's see, man. Same thing AD said, man. Just I be looking forward to this. This like my little stress reliever. This like my just get on here and talk shit. That's what I like to do. So I be looking forward to it, man. Every Wednesday I wake up with a pep in my step. So let's get it.
All right, man. Once again, everybody, man, thank y'all for tuning in. We got a lot to talk about, man. Currently, I'm having a little bit of an attack, man, because the Bulls are still losing to the goddamn Pistons with about 8 minutes left. So we need to pull this out. We've been losing, man. We on like a 5-game losing streak, man. It's stressing me out.
It's gonna mess around and be 6 if they don't get this shit together tonight.
Yeah, so we losing against the Pistons, but they look like they're cutting it kind of close, man. They about to come back together. So first and foremost, man, we want to thank everybody that's liked and subscribed and shared some of the posts, share some of the episodes and everything like that, man. If you are new to the show, what we do is kick off the show is we do a free throw, man. Instead of doing an actual free throw, we take a shot, right? Take a shot of whatever you're drinking on. So, fellas, I got to ask y'all, what we sipping on, man? What y'all sipping on tonight, man? What our free throws are?
Hey, man, I ain't gonna even lie to you, man. I'm playing it a little safe tonight, man. I got me a little night job from Cooper's Hawk and shit. So
man,
you know, but shit good as hell though.
No, it is. I had my job.
Shit good as hell.
And it'll sneak up on you.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go through this whole bottle tonight though, so it's all good.
Yeah. What you drinking on, Corn?
For those of you that don't know, Nightjar, I got some. Is it cognac or whiskey?
Yeah, got cognac in it.
Yeah. So it got yak in it.
Yeah.
Let's see. So now I got a little Jameson mix. I had put it in my Wendy's cup. So
Jamie.
J-Mo tonight.
Sipping, man. Next week, this was like the last of the bottles. I didn't want to get on here with it. You know what I'm saying? So the rest of the night, mix it up. Maybe stretch for the evening. Next week, I'll be getting slapped.
Yeah. Well, I'm sticking with the tequila. Got the Casamigos joint, man. I don't know why I've been drinking Casamigos a lot lately, man. You know, it's been, I don't know, I feel like a safe drink, you know, for whatever reason. So
it is quite safe, brother.
Mm-hmm.
It is quite safe.
No Casamigos.
Man, I don't know, man. I try to take it easy, man, but you know how that go, man. So welcome everybody to the show. Let's get our free throws in the air. If you're tuning in with us, wherever you is, man, get your drink in the air and let's take it up, man.
Salute.
Woo! All right, let's get it. Okay, so look, man, first.
All right, let's go.
First, let's start off, man. Let's start off with the most recent news, man. The most recent news, which was yesterday, was a big day. Of course, NFL free agency starts March 14th, which is next Monday. So a lot of teams are going to be doing a lot of, job and things like that, man. But yesterday, we had 2 big moves done by some NFC teams, that my Bears kind of go back and forth with. At first, we had the Packers. Aaron Rodgers signed a 4-year deal worth $200 million, roughly about $50 million a year. could go a little bit more based on the sentiment, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a Packers fan. I'm not an Aaron Rodgers fan. I respect Aaron Rodgers, but you know,
Right.
I mean, what can you say
Right.
about that? And
Right.
then we had the other big move with Russell Wilson, man, being traded from the Seattle Seahawks, where he spent all his career, to the Denver Broncos for a package of draft picks and two other players. So first, man, let me ask the guys, and you know, if you watching, you can chime in and give your thoughts on that. What's your take on these moves yesterday, man? Do you think that the Packers still are constructed well enough to make another run at the Super Bowl? And do you think that this move with Russell Wilson puts the Broncos as a AFC favorite? Mind you, they're in a tough division, but do you think they put some that upper echelon?
Well, I mean, let's start off with that ugly ass green team and Aaron Rodgers. Man, listen, I know this just had to be one of those loyalty moves. Like, we can't see you going nowhere else because the brother in that worth $50 million. I mean, we paying this cat $50 million to not win. I mean, he's good. He put up numbers in the regular season, you know, be out there doing his thing or whatever. But when it's time, he ain't coming through. He only got one, right? And he's, for the last couple of years, they've had like one of the best records in the conference. So they've been up there at the top. So
Right.
one thing this $50 million a year does is it doesn't get them any cap flexibility. So what are they putting around him? Like, how they gonna make the team better? Because his issue was, I don't want to be in the rebuilding phase, but I'm like, shit, I don't know what kind of other moves you're getting ready to make, because now you just coughed up a lot of money. On the flip side of it, Russell Wilson, happy to have that guy get out of Seattle.
Okay.
Do I think the Broncos are better than Seattle? I think they have a younger cast that could potentially be better. They have a little more cap flexibility with the cap, so they're able to make some moves too. And they in a tough, man. You're right. They in a tough division, bro. Like, I see you got Justin Herbert, the Chargers. You got is that the same division with Mahomes
Patty
in it as
Mahomes,
well? Mahomes in it with the Chiefs. And then who else am I missing in that
Derek
division?
Carr,
Derek Carr. Yeah. So I mean, they did what they needed to do, which is what they've been asking for, is just having a capable quarterback. Well, more than capable quarterback, given time. But he's definitely better than anything they've had in the last since Peyton Manning. So and Peyton Manning was on his way out the damn door. So that says a lot. But yeah, man, I don't, like you said, I ain't really a fan of Aaron Rodgers. He definitely took the Brinks truck and backed it up and got paid. But
right?
what they gonna do with it is, now what they gonna do since they giving him all this money. So yeah.
Okay. What you think, Corn?
We're from Chicago. We're not Packers fans. Care less about them. But Jim Kelly 2.0.
Facts.
Being for real. Aaron Rodgers, good quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna do his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Back-to-back MVP. You know what I'm saying? I know he had issues in the beginning of the season, saying he needed more help. He needed more from the Packers. He still went out there and performed. There was a lot of turmoil in the beginning of the year. Like, is he tanking on purpose? Because they went out and got smacked like their first two games, like
Right.
uncharacteristically smacked.
Mm-hmm.
So it just made it look like, oh man, he don't even really want to be here. He turned it around, did his thing, and I mean, I understand him getting his money, but at the same time, if you don't want to rebuild, why would you take all that money and not be able to go get anything? With Russell Wilson going to Denver, it's another move I didn't care about.
Okay.
Russell Wilson, good quarterback. I have no issues with him, nothing like that. It's just Denver. I mean, they got a good team. I mean, adding him is a big piece.
Mm-hmm.
They got a nice receiver core. They had a nice. I mean, they got a nice offense. So this may be the punch they needed because he got a ton of knowledge and things he can bring to the playbook as well. Um, yeah, I guess we'll see. I mean,
Well,
football. I don't know what the state of football is going to be without Tom Brady.
that's what I was just about to say. So look,
Kind of sad to be honest.
everybody that's tuning in, man, we talking about this couple moves that happened yesterday in the NFL. I want y'all to think about this landscape real quick, right? Okay, so Tom Brady retires, quote unquote, right? Or whatever. Take some time away, whatever, right?
Can we refer to him as the GOAT, please?
I don't think we can because that's not the accurate statement that we should use. But we'll just call him 12. We'll call him 12.
No, you call him by his name.
Look at the look at the landscape of. Just think about the last 2-3 years. Who's been the quarterbacks of the Super Bowl winning teams in the last 2-3 years? Just think about that. We have Stafford that won this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, who won the Super Bowl last year?
Brady
and
the Bucks, and then Mahomes before that.
Okay, so look, Tom Brady when he won his ring was with the Buccaneers, right? In the NFC.
I was about to say which one. All right.
In the NFC, right?
Oh,
with the Buccaneers, had weapons, things like that. They kind of
Facts.
built that team to go to winning a Super Bowl. You know, they got Fournette. They just was adding pieces throughout the year. But what it started from free agency that year, Tom Brady, first year, he went and won a Super Bowl. First year with the Bucks. Free agency, they signed him. First year, they put pieces around him. He won the Super Bowl. Okay?
That's
Last
what GOATs
season,
do.
we're not talking about that. Matthew Stafford, right? Got traded from the Detroit Lions. First season, what they do? They surround him around picks, around him around different type of options and defensive players, Von Miller, OBJ, just different pieces, right? Okay. Now, think about, because mind you, before those moves was made, before Brady came to the Bucs, before Stafford came to the Rams, those teams wasn't even thought about being Super Bowl contenders like that. I mean, they was giving them chances, but they wasn't for real. Russell Wilson going to the Denver Broncos in his first year, mind you, last season Denver Broncos, they had some momentum. They had a good rookie running back. They got some good receivers on the squad. They got a pretty solid defense, probably top 10, top 15 defense. I want to go a bold move and tell y'all on air. I'm not saying the Denver Broncos going to the Super Bowl. Let's just put that out there. But I think with this move, if the Broncos make one more addition this season that looks like a splash, I see the Broncos making some noise in the playoffs. Now they got to come out their division. That's the big thing. You got Mahomes. Okay, that's the Chargers. They re-signed Mike Williams, so they keeping their core pretty much. The Raiders, there's still some playoff teams there. But I wanted to keep y'all. Remember I said this. The first year, the last two quarterbacks of the last two Super Bowl winners went to the Super Bowl and won it. Don't be surprised if Russell Wilson takes this team to the Super Bowl, which may be harder. We've seen the Bengals done it. The Bengals did it this year, so anything can happen. Don't be surprised if the Broncos go to the Super Bowl this year. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, so here's my take on that, right? I don't necessarily think I could be surprised because really the only thing that they were quote unquote missing was somebody who can get the ball out. Right now, with that, he needs to be protected, right? So along with that, you got to figure out how to make sure he's protecting. It could be, ain't got to be running around for his life before you get the ball out of his damn hand. But here's what gives them a chance. And you mentioned it, and that's their defense. Their defense gives them a chance to be successful, a better chance to be successful now that they have Russell Wilson behind center. And to piggyback on Cuz that said, is he overrated? I wouldn't say he's overrated. I wouldn't say he's overrated because he's performed like really, really well in some clutch moments. I will say that he needs a supporting cast around him to be successful. But I think that could be.
Is Russell Wilson overrated? Did somebody said that?
Correct. Yeah, Cuz said, is Russell Wilson overrated? I said not. I said I wouldn't say he's overrated, but I'll say that he needs, a supporting cast around him so that he can be efficient. You know what I'm saying?
Can we name 10? Can we name 10 quarterbacks in the league that's better than him right now?
You say 10?
10.
It's 32 teams in the NFL.
Is quarterbacks better than him?
Yeah, I think 32. Yeah. Was it 32?
From last season, or just currently in this landscape?
Well, within the last 2-3 years, let's put it like that.
Tom Brady.
Okay.
Of course.
Stop it, man. Stop it. He's retired. He's not coming back. Okay.
Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, Aaron
Rodgers. Brady Rodgers.
Mahomes.
Mahomes.
Brady is retired, so he is excluded from this conversation. Okay. Right. Damn it.
Aaron Rodgers.
Mahomes.
2.
Jackson.
Lamar Jackson?
Yeah.
That's the argument. I'll give you that. Okay.
Burrow. Yeah. Burrow right now is
Burrow
playing top. Yeah, Joe is up there right now.
Joe Burrow is a better quarterback than Russell Wilson?
You just said 10. I'm just naming people that I feel are better right now.
Okay.
And yes, I do feel like he's better right now.
Okay, who else you got? What's that, 3?
That's 4.
Okay.
That's 4, right? Rodgers, Mahomes, Lamar, and Burrow. That's 4.
Yep, that's 4.
That's all 4. Right. Is Russ still top 10? Yes. He's still top 10. Okay. Herbert can be thrown in there too, because Herbert is a slinger. But when you think about everybody else, they're rather, what's his name?
Is Matt Stafford better than him?
Matt Stafford is unpredictable.
How about Josh Allen?
Josh Allen is up there in the top 10. Yes.
Okay.
He's
a dog.
Okay. I mean, that's respectable. Okay. Yeah. Carson Wentz.
Hell no.
No.
Hell no.
Well, he just retired too. So I was gonna say, Roethlisberger. He's.
So, with Jalen Hurts.
I think Daniel Jones is right now.
Excuse me?
I think Daniel Jones is a better quarterback.
Daniel Jones that plays who? For who?
Yes. I think
better quarterback than Russell Wilson?
I think right now he is at this point.
You still drinking some?
Yeah, I've been drinking, but still, that has nothing to do
with Daniel Jones.
I think right now he's better.
New York Giants is a better quarterback than Russell Wilson.
Skill-wise, yes. I mean, he's efficient. He gets it done.
I like Dak. Dak chokes, but I like Dak. I'll put Dak up there too.
Let's see. On this ranking I'm looking at,
out
of the top 10.
Russ may be 10. Like he's in there. He may be number 10.
According to this NFL.com ranking, he's 12. I guess, and the people that are better than him on this ranking.
Interesting.
I mean, they had number 1 Tom Brady. We'll take him out.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers was 2. Justin Herbert was 3.
Okay.
Joe Burrow was 4. Patrick Mahomes was 5.
Yep.
Josh Allen was 6.
Yep.
Kyler Murray was 7. Matthew Stafford was 8. Dak Prescott was 9. Derek Carr was 10. Ryan Tannehill was 11.
Damn.
And Russell Wilson is 12.
The disrespect, man, is amazing.
Yo, what it do, boy?
What's good, Ship?
What it do, frat?
Man, no. We got to, hey, y'all let them know what y'all just said. Y'all said Daniel Jones of the New York Giants is a better quarterback than Russell Wilson. What y'all said on that? Right?
No, I didn't say that.
I said that.
Okay.
I said it.
All right. Ryan Tannehill is a better quarterback than Russell Wilson.
Ryan Tannehill is a choke job, but he got game.
I mean, what's the name? He wasn't really. I mean, This season, I'm judging off this season. This season, Russell Wilson just wasn't good this season.
You
He
talk
wasn't
about
good,
present.
bro.
Even with a down season, he still had over 3,000 yards. He broke his finger. Like he still missed games, and he still threw over 3,000
All right,
yards.
I was
Even with a
Daniel
down
Jones
season,
thing. All right.
Even with a down season, he's 10.
Okay, Kirk Cousins. Is he better than Kirk Cousins?
Is Russell better than Kirk Cousins? Yes.
Okay.
He would be 10 for me.
Okay. Yeah, Kirk Cousins was right after him, according to this.
Okay.
He would be 10 for me.
So Russell Wilson is in y'all top 10
right now. He would be 10 for me.
Yeah, I mean, he decent. I mean, he's a good quarterback. He's gonna get it done. He didn't already prove that.
Right.
I mean,
what to say?
Yeah,
Trubisky's about to
shout out to man. That's another thing I want to tell y'all.
Man, let's not talk about that dude on here.
It's another thing I want to tell you about this show, man. People know that I was a Mitch Trubisky fan.
Yeah,
he got a lot of flack in Chicago.
Unfortunately,
okay, that's cool. But watch what I tell y'all, right? Mitch Trubisky is going to lead. Bold take right here on air on Bars and Buckets, March 9th. Mitch Trubisky is going to lead a team to the NFL playoffs next season. Mark my words. Now, do we want to do some free throws on that? We can buy some free throws on that.
He's going to lead a team to the NFL.
He's going to lead a team to the NFL playoffs next season.
Which means he has to go to a team where he could potentially be the starting quarterback. Instead of going to you're gonna have to beat out Daniel Jones.
How hard is that? What is this infatuation with Daniel Jones?
There's no infatuation. That's the point. That's the only reason they would be. That's the only reason they would be signing Mitch Trubisky is to push Daniel Jones.
Pushing for what? He sucks. He's not a okay.
Suck.
But you think Mitch Trubisky is great?
Mitch Trubisky is a Pro Bowl quarterback who led his team.
Hey
man, am I lying?
Am I
lying?
Hey man,
did Mitch Trubisky go to the Pro Bowl? Did he lead his team to an NFL playoff game?
Thank you.
Yes or no?
Give me Tyrod Taylor. Thank you. Give me Tyrod.
I mean, if I'm lying, I'll take a shot.
A Pro Bowler.
If I'm lying, I'll take a free throw.
So you think Mitch is a Pro Bowl quarterback? I mean, you think he's a Pro Bowl quarterback?
Pro Bowl.
How many times?
You think Mitch Trubisky is that good where he can lead a team to the championship?
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Mitch Trubisky led a team to the playoffs. He went to the Pro Bowl.
Who he led to the playoffs?
To the playoffs.
What, barely? Did we barely get in?
Hey.
Did we go or not? Yes or no? We went. Did he go to the Pro Bowl? Yes or no? Yeah, I'm saying
was that
matters.
Was that Nagy's first year?
First or second year?
First or second year? Oh.
Had to be second year. No. It was first year.
It was first year. And then the second year we went 8-8.
Yeah, first year because Nagy won Coach of the Year that year.
Okay.
Tyrod Taylor. I mean, I ain't no Tyrod Taylor. I'm just saying. When we talking about these quarterbacks, we talking about Aaron Rodgers.
Hill over Trubisky.
That's so disrespectful, man. I don't know what is it. Okay.
Bring back Tim Tebow.
Hey man, look, give me Sexy Rexy, man.
I take Hex Grossman.
I guarantee y'all that
this
free agency starts on Monday.
Yeah,
I guarantee you're going to hear about 4 or 5 teams trying to throw offers at Mitch Trubisky.
Why not? They have to.
Yeah,
they have to throw offers at him.
So if he sucks,
he's not. So here's what I mean by, and I'm not even saying he sucks. What I'm saying is I would not put my money on him to lead me anywhere. I would bring him in as a backup, and I would bring him in to challenge. Right? I would bring him in to keep, my quarterback, whoever's starting, to keep them sharp and say, hey, if he take your spot, it's going to be a problem. Like,
all right, what is the successful, as far as quarterbacks? What is successful quarterbacks' top 2 things? Accuracy and what? Mobility. They can move in the pocket.
They can't really say that.
You can't equate mobility.
That's the truth.
You can't equate mobility.
You said,
that's a new thing in the last few years. In the last 10, 15, We'll just say 20 years.
And Mitch is accurate. Will he be considered accurate?
Okay, you may get me there.
If he was throwing alley oops to
He's not a
7'10" person.
He's not a deep ball thrower. But
oh, definitely not. We know that
he's not a deep ball
fact.
We know he's going to throw it.
If we are comparing these quarterbacks, what is the difference between Ryan Tannehill and Mitchell Trubisky? Other than Tannehill to a playoff, just like Mitch did, but Mitch went to a Pro Bowl, and Mitch has better ability. He can get you 20 yards and just start running.
Here's what I will give you for Mitch, right? So let's just hypothetically speak. If I'm like, damn, I'm looking at I'm looking at free agents and I'm like, damn, all right, I got to go with Mitch, right? Here's where Mitch is going to be successful. You roll Mitch out and you do West Coast offense.
Perfect.
That's it. If you want him to do anything more, he's going to stink up the place.
That's what Garoppolo did with the Niners.
Which is why
is Garoppolo better than Mitch?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, put it like this: Garoppolo trained behind the goat for
you know what Jimmy Garoppolo's issue is. Jimmy Garoppolo's issue is decision making.
Thinks too much.
He overthinks the game, and when he overthinks the game, he throws the damn ball away. But he can make every throw. He can make every throw.
All right,
how about this? How about I do this? And we can move on to this. How about I do this? Once again, shout out to people that got their money. I ain't gonna never hate on the person that got their money, man. Aaron Rodgers, $50 million. That's a lot of money. I probably never see $50 million in my life. So that's okay. Shout out to that, and shout out to Russell Wilson, man. Going to the Broncos and things like that.
No doubt.
Let's think of a quarterback needy team right now, and let's put with the Steelers, with the way the Steelers are constructed now. Put Mitch Trubisky in there. Where are the Steelers going next year?
Steelers got hard. Steelers got a tough division, bro.
Pittsburgh.
You can't put anything past Lamar.
All right, let's be real. Mitch, if we put Mitch on,
if we put him put him with Pittsburgh, I mean, and that's only if that's only if they plan right.
Well, I know that's one of the teams they say are interested in.
Yeah,
but they're also showing. No, hold on. Let me make sure I'm accurate. No,
that's only if they plan right, man. They have to game plan right. Because I'm going to give the ball to Najee, and I'm gonna tell Najee, I need you to make something happen so that we can make this game easier for Mitch.
And that's that's what Mitch needs. So I'm thinking about the teams that has a great defense and has a great running back. The Steelers, the Colts, the Saints, right? Those are three teams. The Steelers, the Colts, and the Saints. They have great running backs, great defense. All they need is a game manager. You put Mitch Trubisky with those teams. You can't tell me he won't be.
I don't trust him as a game manager, though. In my opinion, can he make some check downs and some throws, and with the right protection, can he complete some passes? Yes, but managing a game, that's skill, bro.
Yeah,
that's almost embodying a coach.
I got something that y'all not gonna like. The highest number of touchdowns that Tom Brady threw in a game.
The highest number?
Yeah. Would you if you had to guess, would you say it was about 5, 4 or 5?
5, 6.
5, 6, 4, 5. 4,
hey, check in. The Bulls just went ahead and ended that losing streak. We won 114 to 108 against the Pistons.
That was scaring me.
Shouldn't have been that damn close, but at least we
should never been that close.
Debo went off for 36 and 8 and 4 assists.
Good shit.
Yes,
good
sir.
Shit.
I would say 5 or 6 for Brady.
I am about to ask our good friend Google.
So are you going to say that
Mitch Trubisky
threw for 7 and he's better than Tom
Brady? No.
Now?
I'm just saying, if we're talking about y'all claiming that Tom Brady is one of the greatest, or if not the greatest quarterback, right? If we're talking about stats, Mitch Trubisky had a game where he threw for 4 or 5 touchdowns. He threw it for about 4 or 5 touchdowns one game.
I'm sure he did.
Do you think a bum or a game manager would do that?
So let's.
Has Ryan Tannehill ever did that? Has Jimmy Garoppolo ever did that?
Threw for 4 touchdowns?
Yeah, and won a game.
We could check that, but I'm sure they have. But here's what I'm gonna say, bro. Because I won't. Because the people checking in, I need y'all to understand. When we say bums, right? Clearly, we know if you make it to the league, you're not a bum. Right? It's hard as hell to make it to the league. I don't care who you are, what profession you play. It's hard as hell to make it. So when we say bum, it's in a different formality, right? It's not like, oh, they can't play. It's like it ain't what I'm looking for, right? So I am with you, bro. Like I give you the fact that if it's a system that is put around him in terms of, you know, what type of plays they call and how they call plays, and it makes him successful, then he could take a team to the playoffs. But I don't think he's a championship winning quarterback.
What determines a championship quarterback? Because Nick Foles won a championship with the Philadelphia Eagles.
And guess what Nick Foles did? Took care of the football.
Okay, all right. If that's the standard, is that the standard taking care of football? I'm asking.
Nick Foles. Not only did Nick Foles take care of the football,
take care of the football.
Not only did he take care of the football, but he came in at an inopportune time and stepped up to the plate and took care of that. He wasn't the starter all year long.
He gets under center at times.
That's fine. Okay. That's not funny. Okay, that wasn't funny. Just so you know, that was lightweight. That was lightweight disrespectful. Okay, the man has a wife. Snaps? I'm just saying. Okay,
how many bot snaps have we seen?
It's a good question.
Thank you. If he was there.
Joe Flacco won a fucking Super Bowl, and he one of the most turnover-prone quarterbacks in the history.
Guess how he won a Super Bowl? His defense.
That was my point. You put Mitch with a good defense with Pittsburgh, with New Orleans, with the Colts. You put him with a good defense and a good running back, he's gonna take him to the playoffs. You can't argue. How can you argue that?
I'll give you that. I'm not even going to say that that's not impossible. I'll give you the playoffs. I won't give you a championship though.
Championships are hard to win, man. It's 30 some teams in it. You know, it's hard to win a championship every year. So I give you that. But you know, we got to put a little bit more respect on Mitch Trubisky, the former number 2 pick overall, the former Pro Bowl.
Yeah, we jagged that pick.
He still wasn't the best player in that.
We jagged that pick.
Number 2. Talking about best player. But what Deshaun Watson at? Deshaun Watson ain't played in the year. He
Deshaun Watson will be back in the league this year. Carolina is actually giving him a solid look. They're giving Trubisky a solid look. And if they're going to make a smart football decision, they're going with number 4. That's all I'm going to say. They're going to go with number 4.
People I'll leave it alone, man. But
you know where I want to see Mitch go? Because then he would really, really, truly. I'd be like, damn, Mitch, you know what? I got to give you your roses, man. Go take Baker Mayfield job in Cleveland.
I like that. I like signing Mitch to a 1-year proven deal to compete with Baker.
Yeah, get Cleveland to the playoffs and beyond.
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, that dude, man. I don't know about that cat, man.
But see, y'all ignoring what y'all team is doing because y'all team don't got a quarterback. You know that, right? Y'all team, who y'all favorite player, the Buccaneers don't have a quarterback. They got Blaine Gabbert.
Listen.
You think they're gonna start the season with Blaine Gabbert?
I'm just saying. I don't know.
Do you think they're gonna?
I'm just saying. If you want to options.
Technically, that's not my team.
That's not our favorite team. Our favorite team is the New England Patriots.
Man, y'all, boy, I tell you, man.
That's our
technically.
Them Brady fans, ladies and gentlemen. Brady fans, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what they be on, man.
Brady went to the Buccaneers.
And we did like all of the number 6 fans do in the NBA. Whatever team he goes to, they follow him.
But
and
I
they
still-
claim they like the team.
Right, I still rooted for
New England.
New England.
All year.
I have plenty of Facebook posts to even prove that.
Plenty.
I would say the Bucks won and my Pats won. It's been a good game.
Been a good day today.
If you put
check in.
If you hold on, let me. If you put Mitchell Trubisky on the Patriots, they will go
Jones?
over Mac Jones.
Negative.
They will
Negative.
What?
Over Mac Jones?
Negative.
Mac Jones had a great rookie
Negative.
year.
Mac Jones can make every throw, bro.
Mac Jones had a dope year, bro. He had a dope year.
He's not mobile.
He don't need to be. He's mobile enough. He's more mobile than people thought he was.
He was just as mobile as Tom Brady.
And people have said, like, damn, I didn't, I knew he wasn't fast, but I didn't know he had that in him.
Okay, so fuck it. So the Patriots going to the playoffs next year?
Yeah.
The Patriots going to the playoffs.
Yes.
As long as there's a
Did they make it this year?
Did they make it this year? No.
They got the same team constructed.
Mm-hmm.
They spent a lot of money in free agency last year. They got Jonnu Smith. They picked up I forgot the tight end name. Those were the Chargers. Henry. Hunter Henry. They picked up a lot of defensive players. But now this season,
the only real challenge is Buffalo. That's who their challenge is, because that's who's in their division.
Who else is in their division?
I mean,
the Jets,
and
okay, the Dolphins.
The Jets.
All right.
I'm not a believer in the Dolphins.
And
I'm definitely not a believer in the Dolphins after they did what they did to Flores.
Mac Jones still went 10-7.
Still went 10-7.
They got the Jets in their division. They don't even count. You got the Jets in your division. That's like you might as well count them out. But the Dolphins, though, won 7 or 8 straight and was damn near about to go to the playoffs. Like they was there. And they got 60-70 million in cap this year? The Dolphins probably got one. They got a lot of money to spend.
What they gonna do with it?
Oh, and the Patriots did go. They went to the wild card. And then they got slammed. 47-17.
47-7.
Got slammed.
Who they get slammed by?
By the Bills.
Okay.
Now, what did I just say? Okay, but what did I just say? I said the only threat in our division is who? Who did I just say, bro?
The Dolphins, though.
And the Bills were 11-6.
Sleep on the Dolphins.
Has Trubisky ever went 10-7?
You know what? Unfortunately, he did. Unfortunately, he went.
I want to say he did, though.
Unfortunately, he went 11-4 or some shit like that. When Nagy was first, wasn't nobody used to his play call, and he was doing all kind of stuff, and
My bad, Mitch.
Yeah,
my bad.
He did. He had his year. That was the broke clock year.
Man, look. All I'm saying is, this year free agency, we seen a couple moves happen with Aaron Rodgers and with Russell Wilson and things like that. Okay,
right.
But the quarterback market this year in free agency, definitely in the draft. The draft is not a strong market. It's some good quarterbacks in the draft, but it's not a strong market in the draft. So you're looking at free agency. Free agent quarterbacks out there: Mitch Trubisky, Marcus Mariota, not Teddy Bridgewater, Jameis Winston. You see what I'm saying? Like it's not a strong market now. So you have teams out there that's looking for a quarterback that can actually manage the game and get them to the playoffs. Do you trust Marcus Mariota over Mitch Trubisky?
No. Or Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston?
No.
So you have to look at it like, okay, man, that's why Mitch is getting a lot of looks, because Mitch is okay. He's not the best. He's not the most accurate thrower.
Like, damn, he ain't the worst out of this group. Shit.
Like, there's actually people worse than Mitch.
Like, damn, I didn't know that was even possible.
But everybody get out of a Chicago jersey and go off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My biggest fear is that Allen Robinson is going to go to a team and kill this season. Because he got a chip on the shoulder. So I feel like he's going to go to a squad and just go off. So that's, what can you say about that?
Well, hey, I mean, they did it to themselves, putting that tag on them, not paying them.
Mm-hmm.
Go get your money.
Right.
Get paid, young. Get paid.
It's gonna be. I'm telling y'all,
get paid.
there's gonna be a lot of moves that happen between now and March 14th, which is the first day of free agency for the NFL. You're gonna see a lot of moves that's being made as far as quarterback, the wide receiver market. It's kind of dried up because a lot of people got tagged. You know, Godwin and you know stuff like that. Who else got tagged? A lot of people got tagged, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to kind of free up. I think one of the biggest free agents as far as wide receivers is like Allen Robinson, Juju. Juju is out there, you know, stuff like that. So it's like
I think Juju gonna leave.
Yeah, he probably will.
I think Juju gonna leave. And if I was Juju, I think I would pair myself with Mac Jones.
Oh, speaking of that, bro, I don't know if you've heard, but I think they're getting ready to go off after Amari Cooper.
Who?
The Patriots.
Oh,
buddy.
Belichick strikes again.
Y'all niggas, man. Look.
Yep.
So Amari Cooper is about to all of a sudden make the Patriots back to a championship team.
Again, they were 10-7. They weren't a losing team.
They weren't
a losing team.
Guys,
they did not have a number one receiver. They had a compilation of guys that were just trying to make it work and step up. They had no number one receiver. And he still went 10-7.
Okay.
Playing out of a 2 tight end set with a running back.
Football might be interesting.
I want to remind y'all, because y'all Patriots fans, y'all about to lose y'all number one corner,
JC Jackson. If he go to the Chiefs.
Who?
Juju. Say Juju want to play for the Chiefs. He go to the Chiefs. That'll hurt.
Yeah. That would.
Ain't no people not gonna want to look. The Patriots about to lose their number one corner, right? And JC Jackson, they ain't want to tag him. He about to leave.
Where he going?
They released Kyle Van Noy. They're talking about this offensive line. They about to lose a lot of pieces on their offensive line. They center, they right tackle. You see what I'm saying? Both of them are free agents. I don't expect how y'all think that all of a sudden that these Patriots is going to make it right back.
You know, there's more talent in the NFL, right?
Okay,
because you notice who are they paying? Who's getting broke off right now?
The tight ends.
Okay, that's it.
The tight ends getting the most money.
There's a lot of money left still. There's still a lot of money left.
Okay. Y'all know better than me. Y'all got the Patriots making it to the playoffs.
More than anything, bro, it's just a bet on consistency.
And then, who doesn't want to play for Belichick?
A lot of people don't want to play for Belichick. Are you serious? A lot of people don't want to play for Belichick. Now,
I know.
We have a segment on here that we're going to talk about coaches. You know, we want to give shout out to coaches and things like that.
Nobody likes to play for anybody that hold them accountable.
Universally, think about all the coaches, not even just NFL. Think about all the coaches around NBA, MLB, and just in general, worldwide. Bill Belichick, we would say Bill Belichick is probably top 5 coach in all sports. Would you say that?
Top 5 in all of sports? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe 4 other coaches got ahead of Bill Belichick worldwide.
Top 5 in all the sports.
All the sports.
Coach K.
I want to hear this. Okay.
Coach K.
Greg Popovich.
Phil Jackson. John Wooden.
Then if we're going to go football, then you can name.
None of those was football people. Just want you to know. Okay.
Yeah, you said all the sports, right?
Right. So I'm saying, basically, y'all saying Bill Belichick is the best football coach of all time. So I just want to make sure y'all. Okay, go ahead.
I mean, people got John Madden,
Tom Landry.
There we go. Okay.
But he's in the top 5.
You think championships? Because people judge a lot on championships on rings because rings is hard to win. Rings is hard to win. So I don't even want to. Would you say Tony Dungy? How's Tony Dungy? Is he as even or better than Bill Belichick?
I like Tony.
I like Tony Dungy.
Okay, we got to put him in there.
Yeah. I mean, what's the name was pretty dope as a coach, and he kind of fell off toward the end of his tenure.
Who that?
Gruden, he was dope.
Gruden.
He
Okay.
he fell off toward the
How about
end.
Harbaugh?
And I even throw Tomlin in there too.
Mike Tomlin definitely.
Yeah,
Mike
Thank
Tomlin
you.
definitely.
Tomlin in there.
Mike Tomlin definitely. He's consistent, doing his thing, and he looked out for Brian Flores.
Looked out for Flores.
Okay, got to put him in there.
I mean, the only bad decision Mike Tomlin ever made in his life is being a member of Kappa Alpha Psi. But I ain't gonna hold that against him.
Wow. I didn't even know that.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
Throwing shade against the D9s on here. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Nah, but Tomlin definitely cool, man. I rocks with Tom.
Yeah,
I rocks with Mike, man.
That's okay. I didn't know that.
What about Sean Payton? We gotta think about these coaches, man.
Sean Payton was dope.
He was dope.
He got the job done. He had the
he was
respect
dope.
of his players.
Yeah,
they went out there and played hard.
Did some things for him.
Yeah.
So before y'all give, goddammit, Belichick the greatest coach of NFL football of all time, we got to think about people that didn't win as many rings, but are better connectors, better leaders. Because Belichick, he's a silent leader. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But when you think about coach, you think about motherfuckers gonna be in your face. Look, this. Lamar Jackson said the relationship between Lamar Jackson and John Harbaugh is probably the best quarterback coach communication relationship that I've seen in a long time. Can you name me a better one?
Brady and Belichick.
But Brady left. Brady didn't want to fuck with Belichick no more. How's that better? Belichick no more.
They wasn't giving him what he wanted from the financial side.
Right.
Belichick was in charge.
Yeah,
Belichick was in charge of that.
He wasn't willing to throw that out, and I'm okay with that. I mean, I was like, go make your money.
At the end of the day, he had to worry about the team. His job is to manage the team. He also
managed the team,
just GM and all that.
Manage the team, but as soon as Brady left the first year, he won a Super Bowl.
Of course.
Yeah.
So I mean, how was that? How was that?
Because he had more weapons.
Oh man, you see what I'm saying?
He had more weapons.
Belichick could have did the same thing that the Bucks did, but Belichick
he wanted to start over with a quarterback.
Bro, Belichick.
He didn't have to. He didn't have to start over with a quarterback.
Bro, Belichick you want Belichick to be somebody he's never been. That's always been Bill. He's never been any different. And that's what I'm saying. Like, we can't even judge that decision. Oh, yeah, definitely for sure. While it's up here, definitely Coach Gino.
Oh yeah,
hands down for sure. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Even Pat Summitt is in there.
Pat Summitt, you got to put her in there.
Yeah,
so put her in
for
there.
sure. But yeah, bro, that's just. I mean, that's who Belichick is, man. Like, we don't put that by him. Like, which is why when he was like, I ain't signing, I ain't go agree to that much money. I was like, okay.
I mean, but how? Okay, just think of the
just like I told you earlier, I wouldn't pay Aaron Rodgers $50 million.
Perfect. That's a perfect example.
He can go.
That's a perfect example. Tom Brady won multiple championships, won multiple MVPs, and when it was time for him to be a free agent and choose where he wanted to go, the coach said, "Man, look, man, if you want to go see what's out there and get you some money, okay, go ahead and do your thing." The Packers just paid this nigga $50 million.
And
are you gonna let a franchise MVP Hall of Famer go just like that?
Are you agreeing to the fact that was a good thing?
I think it was smart for the Packers because they knew if the Packers would have let Aaron Rodgers go to another team, the Packers would have been trash. Maybe not as like the Patriots because the Patriots are still kind of decent when Brady left, but they would have been in the same boat. You don't let MVP Hall of Fame championship quarterbacks just walk away because of money when you a billionaire fucking team. And that was Belichick's fault. That's y'all favorite coach's fault.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, no, neither one of them hold grudges against each other, so obviously they was cool with it.
Right.
That's like breaking up with that's like you and your girl, y'all together, for 4-5 years. Y'all had a lot of good times. Y'all had a lot of good anniversaries, man. Y'all did a lot of great things. But she like, look, man, we gonna have to do something. You have to make a commitment to me for the long term. Or I'm gonna go to another team. I'm gonna go to somebody else. And you say, well, man, all right, well, if you can go find somebody else, go ahead. You know, it's a lot of women out here. It's a lot of quarterbacks out here. So go ahead, find you somebody. I'll find me somebody. And she go off, and a year later get married to a motherfucker, and you still single. It's like,
what did Tony Montana say? She'll be back.
She'll be coming back. Oh shit.
I'll tell you, man. I ain't see that coming. What that comment say?
50 mil to
50 mil to A-Rod is no different than 36 mil to Brent Favre 10 years ago.
Facts.
Yeah. That's facts on the money side.
Facts.
I still wouldn't do it.
Why not? Why wouldn't you do it? You know how hard it is to find sustainable quarterbacks, let alone 2-time MVPs, let alone. And I am not an Aaron Rodgers fan.
Why they didn't let him go and just get Trubisky?
I'm not okay. Aaron Rodgers is 10 times better.
I'm just saying, why they ain't let him go and just get Trubisky?
But Aaron Rodgers, as far as the player, I'm not an Aaron Rodgers fan because I'm a Bears fan. But Aaron Rodgers, for the last 3 or 4 seasons, his touchdown interception ratio is outrageous.
Yes.
The man probably had 3 interceptions in the last 3. Numbers don't lie. So you got to pay that man.
Regular season is phenomenal.
That's what you're paying for.
Regular
for the
season
most
is
part.
phenomenal.
For the most part. So as Belichick, when Brady left, he was like, oh, I did all this for y'all. I won y'all chips, MVPs. I threw numbers over 4,500 yards, 5,000 yards a seat. Like, I'm doing all this for y'all. And y'all telling me y'all not going to keep me here before a few extra $1 million? Oh, okay. Let me go down here to motherfucking Tampa, win a ring.
Actually, it's called Tampa. Listen, if we're going to speak, we should speak factually.
I think y'all are delusional because y'all Patriots fans and y'all don't want to accept the truth, and that's cool.
I mean, what am I not accepting, bro? What am I not accepting?
The Patriots dropped the ball on Tom Brady, number one. They dropped the ball there. They dropped it. There ain't no other way. You dropped the ball about not re-signing him. Okay. Number 2.
I mean, the Bulls did it with Mike.
Oh, we're going to go there.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It happens. At the end of the day, it's still a business. Them people not about to put their business.
That's not smart business, though. That's not smart business.
People not about to put their. If they would have signed Tom Brady for $50 million, 40-some million, they wouldn't be in position to do what they could do now.
What are they doing now?
They can go shopping this summer, I'm sure.
What other quarterback out there is good? What quarterback out there that they can get right now?
They don't need a quarterback. They have Mac Jones. They could go get the other pieces though that they need to put around Mac. They have a quarterback.
How about this? Take Mac Jones off the Patriots. Put Justin Fields. Put Trey Lance. Put either one of them on the Patriots. Is they still having the same success or they being better?
Probably equal success.
I think equal.
Not Trey Lance.
Not equal, nothing.
I think with Justin Fields, they would be dope because I think Belichick would have a ball with the playbook with Justin Fields.
Right.
Both of them are mobile quarterbacks who can create extra passes, create extra yards, extra plays because of their feet. Mac Jones isn't mobile. He got an arm, I'll give you that. But he's not mobile. This league is transitioning to mobile quarterbacks.
Yeah,
Jalen Hurts.
That's
these people, man.
That's just like the NBA transitioning to 3-pointers and giving up open layups to pass it back out to the 3-point line. Don't mean that shit right.
It works.
It does not work.
I mean, it works.
How does it work?
Because these teams are winning.
Crack works
minus
too.
The Hawks.
How does it work?
Minus Atlanta Hawks and things like that.
Do you know that for the last at least 5-6 years with Houston and Morey and analytics, that shit did not work.
You said AB said Tampa won because of him. Man, that's another thing that y'all are fans of. This whole Antonio Brown thing, man. Y'all. I don't get me wrong. AB is a great
Antonio
receiver.
Brown is now the president of Donda Sports, doing his
man.
thing.
I don't know what's wrong with y'all, man. I don't get why people. Okay.
Hey, he got it. He's kicking it with Kanye.
He's doing his thing, man.
Kicking it with Kanye.
But AB,
Floyd Mayweather now.
Okay, all right. Still with that same breath, because y'all know how I do.
Mm-hmm.
Where's AB as far as top 10 receivers of all time? There you go.
Not in my top 10.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put him up there. He's
I never said AB was great though.
Yeah, he's
so where did that come from?
Hold on. Tom Brady played with how many top 10 receivers in his career?
Moss.
Okay. Who else? There's another one.
Who the other one? Edelman?
He made him that. If you're gonna say Edelman,
I'm trying to figure out who's the other one.
Edelman and Welker. He made them that.
Wes Welker.
Hold on. Did Tom Brady ever play with Terrell Owens? Okay. So
that must have been short-lived.
Where is AB your ranking as far as best receivers? You can name 10 receivers right now. Let's go plan, because AB did some shit that he said that on the last team that he was with the Buccaneers, he was like, in an interview that I shared with you guys, he was like, who's over there that's better than me? What receiver, what offensive players over there that's better than me? You think that AB is a top 10 receiver?
No, he never played with Terrell Owens.
Is AB a top 10 receiver as far as the receiver that's playing right now in the league?
No. I never said he was either.
Top 10?
Let's go through them. Who's the 10? We got Cooper Kupp.
You got Kupp. You got Hopkins.
Adams.
You got Devontae Adams. You got Justin Jefferson from the Vikings. You got
what about Michael Thomas
from the Saints? When healthy, absolutely.
Okay, that's 5.
You got what's his name? Just played in the Super Bowl. That Burrow was throwing to.
Jamar
Chase.
Ooh,
Jamar Chase. I got him over AB right now.
Imagine he's a rookie, and
Stephon Diggs.
Okay, got 7. What about Godwin? Mike Williams.
Mike Williams of the Chargers.
Who was the other receiver over there? And I'm fucking
his name. In my opinion, he was the best.
Who was the Chargers?
On the
who was the other Chargers? Come on, man, help me out. The Chargers receiver.
Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen. There you go.
Keenan Allen. I'm trying to go through these teams as quick as I can.
The boy from the Chiefs.
Oh, yep, Tyreek Hill.
AB is, don't get me wrong, I get it, but AB is self-proclaiming himself as, if not the best, one of the top 10. He said that there's no receiver. He said on the interview, he said, name them. Name the receivers that's better than me in the NFL.
Well, guess what? He should have had us on that interview, because we would have named receivers better than him in the NFL.
Bro, man, there are receivers better than him in the NFL. To me, he was the best.
He was the best what?
Receiver on the Bucks to me.
Stop it, man. Stop it.
He made a lot of.
AB was the best receiver on the Bucks.
He made a lot of catches.
Is Mike Evans? He was better than Godwin.
When on the field, you had to watch AB. You mean to tell me you could just let him go?
AB was definitely a threat. You know, you had the game plan for AB.
Why was he number 3 on the depth chart then?
Because the nigga crazy. You saying? Because he faked the COVID card. That's why. That's number 3. Like, are we forgetting that he was like the Patrick Beverly of football?
Nah, he would have been number 3 on my depth chart too, though.
Yeah,
he would have been 3.
Just like
yeah, he would have been 3.
That, man. Once again, guys, we are talking about. Obviously, I don't know what these brothers talking about, man. We talking about a lot of sports, and, different things. But my point is the way that the NFL is constructed right now. We about to switch to NBA in a second, but It's about to be a lot. Keep in mind, man, over the next week, because the NFL free agency starts on Monday, we had a couple moves already. Over the next week, especially over the next couple months, because the free agency, we got the draft. By this time, June and July, we're going to have a good idea of how these teams going to look when opening season starts. And if that team is primed to make a run or even a playoff run, right? Y'all are saying that the Patriots, if they get Amari Cooper, he's a good receiver. Okay?
And some other pieces.
How much money? Look up how much money they got in cap space. The Patriots. They can't have more than 15 mil. I would say 10 or 15 mil. How they gonna get some more pieces? They got to sign. They got 2 people on the offensive line they got to resign, which is gonna be hard.
They got $9.5 million. So
they got $9 million. How they gonna sign? Come on. How they gonna sign a team to compete to win in the playoffs? They only got $9 million with the same team they got right now, and they still got to fill these holes on the offensive line. They still need a cornerback because Jackson, they didn't tag him. They let him go. He's one of the top 5 cornerbacks, 5-10 cornerbacks in the league.
Yeah.
So in that division, you still got to beat the Bills. And
the
I'm
Bills.
telling y'all, watch out for the Dolphins because they got $60 million.
Yeah. Who's the new coach?
The buddy from the Niners. The weird looking buddy. I forgot his name. McDaniel or something.
The one that they claimed they was black and it was a minority hire.
I think he has we'll see. I think he can bring. Look, see how they did with Debo last year, right? They utilized Debo good.
His granddaddy was black.
Oh, okay.
The way that the Niners utilize Debo is the same way they're gonna utilize Waddle. Who, mind you, Jalen Waddle was finished the year top 5 in receiving yards, not just as the rookie. Not receiving all-purpose yards.
Right.
Top 5 in the league of all-purpose yards.
Oh, by the way, since you just said that, make sure Waddle and Debo Samuels is up there too. Since you just said, AB said we can't name nobody better. You make sure you put them up there too.
Waddle and Debo is better than AB. You think?
Yep.
You think so, Corn?
I'll go with that.
But they needed him. They couldn't.
Yeah.
When the Buccaneers lost, AD was like, "I told y'all they couldn't win without me."
Because you got a game plan for him, and that's the reality. Like, you still have to game. As crazy as he is, you still got a game plan for him. Because when he's out there, he's productive. Like he can get shit done.
And he's fast.
And Arians verbally abused in Pittsburgh. Think about that Pittsburgh team, right? Because you had Big Ben, you had AB, Bell, right? Le'Veon Bell was the running back.
Yep.
They had a good defense. Who is the receivers now in Pittsburgh? I think Buddy is good. Deontay Johnson.
Oh.
Then they had Juju.
And what's the other weird dude? Claypool.
Yeah.
They got now.
Because they'll say, please don't remind him of the team they currently have right now.
Yeah, he's a Steelers fan. But he still calls Brady to go.
The Steelers, okay. I'm just going out on a limb here. And we, like I said, we can switch in a minute. Can y'all give me 16? No, it's 17. There's 7 teams that makes the playoffs each year now, right? Name me the 7 teams that's going to make the playoffs this upcoming season. In the AFC.
In the AFC, as currently constructed.
Who's going to make the playoffs?
Currently constructed, Buffalo got to be there. Chiefs got to be there.
2.
Cincinnati got to be there.
Okay, I'll give you that. They okay. I don't know if gotta be in there, but
look, they hot. They hot right now. So until somebody step up and do something, they there.
Waiting for the Patriots. Please,
I'm waiting for y'all to say the Patriots. What I say, Buffalo,
Kansas City.
Patriots could get in at 7.
At 7?
Yeah, because Buffalo's going to win the division.
Okay, so who else you got? Give me the rest of them. You got
Buffalo, KC,
Cincy. That's 3.
I'm going through it in my head. Houston, the
Wait,
Texans,
I'm
the
sorry. What?
Texans, the
Hold on,
Texans, the Texans. As long as they have King Henry, the Texans will be there.
Well, first of all, the Texans play. King Henry plays for the Titans.
Well, the Titans. Thank you. There you go.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Cool. All right. Cool. I'm gonna make sure. Okay. The Titans.
The Titans. Yes, Titans,
okay.
not the Texans. Titans.
There we go. Okay.
All
cool.
right. So you got
that's 4.
Buffalo, KC, Titans, Bengals.
Okay, that's 4.
Come
on, where you at, Corn? I love the Patriots, though. The Patriots, the way they made the playoffs last year.
You heard what I said. You heard what I said.
I'm waiting for the rest of the team.
They're 7. They just barely made it.
Okay.
What you said? What's in my cup, Kozo? What's in my cup with Buffalo, KC, Cincy, and the Titans?
That's 4. You got 3 more slots to fill.
Or you was asking me what's in my cup when I said the Texans instead of the Titans. Okay, I got you. I understand. I got you.
That's 14. Now, imagine we ain't mentioned the Patriots. Y'all saying the Patriots.
I mentioned the Patriots. I said 7.
Okay, you still got the Chargers. You still got the Raiders.
Chargers will be there.
And I'm telling y'all.
You could throw the Chargers in there.
Okay.
And
5.
I mean, hell, just for shits and giggles, throw Denver in there.
Okay. So that's 6. So 6 teams. So the Patriots is gonna beat out the Ravens. You saying that they're gonna beat out the Ravens for that 7th spot? They're gonna beat out the Steelers.
They did this year. What you talking about?
I'm saying these are the teams they're gonna beat out, right? They're gonna beat out the Steelers. They're gonna beat out the Ravens. They're gonna beat out. We ain't gonna throw Cleveland now. Cleveland is weird. Got a good running game.
You might as well throw them in there.
I'm saying y'all putting the Patriots as such a shoe-in and a lock to make the.
They're not a shoe-in because they're not one. They weren't my first 2 teams, so they're not a shoe-in.
So okay,
but I still believe in consistency.
So they're gonna make the playoffs over those things.
I believe in consistency. We know what we get.
Okay.
And the one thing that when it comes to Pittsburgh, we already know where they are, and Cuzzo can attest to that. So that's going to be a stretch. Ravens are definitely rebuilding. They still have Lamar though, and with Lamar, you got Lamar magic, so anything can happen.
The Ravens are rebuilding. Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, no.
Okay. All right.
And 7 could be an easy. 7 could easily be a toss up between. But see, I don't know. I don't know about Oakland. Like Oakland is, they kind of.
You mean LA? You mean the LA? I mean,
the Raiders. The Raiders. Yeah.
You feel the same way?
Vegas Raiders.
Vegas Raiders. See all these damn city changes and shit.
Vegas.
So Corn, you got Corn. You have the New England Patriots coming in at 7 in the NFL playoffs next season, or do you have them higher?
I can see them coming in around there. It's a lot of good football teams, man. Like it's a lot of good football teams. But what I'm saying is, it's a lot of teams that's whack too, or that's gonna fall off. It's any given Sunday, man.
Yeah.
All it takes is for Russell Wilson to get laid out. And he ain't playing. He can get hurt too. It's a bunch of them.
Okay.
I mean, it is what it is, man. Look, I can say this, and I'll say this. I'll say this. When Mitch Trubisky gets put on a team, whatever team he's on, New England's going to do better than them.
We want to bet a free throw on that?
Bet it up.
Let's bet it up on air that if
hear me now.
If Mitch Trubisky, especially if he goes to one of them 3 teams I mentioned, Pittsburgh,
that's facts,
New Orleans, or
New Orleans.
The Colts. The Colts. That's another one that y'all got to watch out for.
The Colts got a dope running back. They got a decent
dope defense.
Y'all, I'm saying y'all get
no
all
QB.
these teams.
No QB though.
No QB. And Mitch ain't the person for that job.
I know that though. How he not?
He's not the person for that job. He's not.
Percent of the Colts offense was giving it to Taylor, and then hitting slants, giving it to Taylor, You can't tell me Mitch Trubisky can't hit some slants.
I would certainly hope that he could hit some slant throws. That's short passes. I would. That seems like that'll be more.
It's right. You know what? You're right. You're right, bro. There's not.
He should be able to do that.
You're right, bro. He did say that there's not many dominant teams anymore.
Yeah, right. It's wide open.
It's wide open. But what I'm saying is,
Tom Brady isn't in the league. It's wide open.
What does that mean?
It's wide open.
Well, he was in the league last year, and
it wasn't wide open. You knew last year just didn't work out for him, but you knew you was gonna see him. You was gonna come across him.
Who did the Bucks lose to in the playoffs last year?
I can't remember. Somebody we shouldn't have lost to, but it is what it is.
Y'all shouldn't have lost to?
They shouldn't have.
No, they shouldn't have lost.
They shouldn't have lost to. But that's when ain't that when no, they played the following week after AB.
Oh, they lost to the Rams.
Yeah.
They lost to the Rams 30 by a field goal.
They lost
30 to 27.
First of all, that
was the trend of the playoffs, by the way.
Well, first of all, if y'all
to the Super Bowl champion.
No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that because in that
they
game,
did lose the Cooper Cup. They left him wide
the hell open.
But that's how the Bengals lost the Super Bowl, leaving him wide.
That's not a fair comparison. The Super Bowl compared to the Bucks versus the Rams. The Rams was beating the Bucks' ass in the playoffs. The Bucks came back. If you remember, they was getting their ass beat.
Yes, and
by halftime, they was down by like 2-3. They was getting their ass beat.
Remember the group chat from that evening?
Okay.
Yeah, all the shit talking. All of it stopped.
Whoever get AB, they win the championship.
All right, man. That's true, man. I'm just going. I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah, but we're gonna switch gears, and because I said what I said, whatever, and we're gonna leave it on this. Whatever team, there's 3 points I want y'all to remember from this segment that I said. Whatever team Mitch Trubisky go to this offseason, he's going to take that team to the playoffs. Now that's one thing I said.
All right.
Especially if he goes to Pittsburgh, New Orleans, or the Colts.
Right.
I'm going
to take that team to the playoffs.
Pittsburgh, New Orleans, or the
Colts.
If he goes to either one of them teams, yeah.
If he goes to the Colts, that's the only one I'll give you.
If he goes to them, he's going to take them to the playoffs. The number 2 thing I said was the last 2 Super Bowl winning teams, they quarterback, it was their first year there. Brady and then Stafford. They first year that they won the Super Bowl. So don't sleep on Russell Wilson going to the Broncos this season. Don't be surprised if they run and do something like that.
Thank you, Pedro.
Hey man, for those of y'all just chiming in, man, y'all missed a funny ass segment, bro.
Y'all missed it, man.
Oh shit.
So
all right, let's
switch gears. Reggie.
NBA, man, like I said, the Bulls just finally won a five-game win streak. So they struggling to, make some noise out here in the playoffs. We probably got about 15 more games, but we want to talk about what's going on over there in Brooklyn, man, because Ben Simmons got traded for James Harden, and James Harden is in Philly, and he over there balling, man. What do y'all think about the dysfunction over there in Brooklyn? Because I don't know, man. They looking like they may struggle to get a 7th, 8th, 9th seed. How do y'all see them turning out for the rest of the season?
I could tell you, don't nobody want to see them if that happen.
Right.
Nobody want to see them as that type of seed.
Nobody, especially with Kyrie being able to play in New York. That should be coming soon. That ban should be getting lifted. KD's back. They lost to the Celtics the other day, but then when they add Ben is, he still got to play the politics of it. You can't say mental health and then get off that team and then be back balling. Okay. That'll be he'll be canceled.
Yeah.
He'll be canceled. So he has to go along with what he said. Now, I think he's nursing a back injury as well.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll be back. He just gotta toughen up a little bit because I think is it tomorrow there in Philly.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean him playing that game, he ain't mentally prepared because they are going to boo him even though he's sitting on the bench. He should be watching for all type of popcorn containers. They shouldn't even sell glass in Philly. They should even sell pour the beer in the cup, man.
Right.
Yeah, so um he'll be back in it. I give it week and a half, 2 weeks before he's suited up, ready to go, killing.
Yeah, I don't. I think the most disappointing thing for me is, because he's not playing. Because he's not playing, Harden is winning the trade right now, and it hurts really bad to say that. He's winning by default because just for those of y'all checking in, those of y'all who been checking in, you all know that I am not a Harden fan at all. Yes, he can score, but I think he's a character issue. And for me to have a star on my team, I don't like character issues. So that's the most disappointing piece. But also knowing what could be if he was playing. Right? If they're healthy, and what he brings to that team, he's for me, honestly, like if he comes back and he's been and he kind of plays, he plays with a fresh head, right? If he comes back and he's a missing piece because I think from an offensive standpoint, in terms of points and scoring, that can be accounted for. I think the one thing that they were missing was somebody who can lock in.
Yeah.
So now they got Drummond at center, and then they got Ben, who's able to pretty much guard all 5 positions.
And he can facilitate. They didn't have a facilitator.
They didn't have a true facilitator.
Because that whole Kyrie, Harden, Durant, you had 3 killers. You had 3 people. As soon as they touched the ball, it was going to be one-on-one ball. They weren't going to move that ball. They weren't going to move that ball at all. Steve Nash was going to be over there pulling his hair out because they not passing the ball under the D'Antoni Act. That's what he wants. And it was not going to happen. Now he has a point guard that can and will do that. And then when he hit that paint, he either going to pass or he going to score. As simple as that. And you got to collapse on him. You got to collapse on him because he's a threat.
Mm-hmm.
And if he kick it out to Durant, that's a bucket. Give it to Kyrie, that's a bucket. He can oop it to Drummond. That's a bucket. It makes them more dangerous, in my opinion, with Harden off of that team.
Now here's the other caveat for Ben that we talked about offline, but I'm bringing it up online. Here's the other caveat for Ben. With this team, Ben is not forced to be something different. With this team, Ben is not forced to be a scorer. When he was with Philly, he had, the expectation was, listen, you're supposed to be our second best guy next to Embiid. You got to score points. That's not going to be the expectation. So that alone is going to allow him to play more freely.
Yeah, he can just play. It's easy to hit shots when you ain't worried about it. You ain't got to worry about it.
But he just need to get his ass back on the court. That's the bottom line.
He definitely does.
So let me make sure I'm heard correctly here.
Yeah, get real close to the mic so we can hear you.
All right. When the playoff time comes, can y'all tell me the top 3 things that matters the most in the playoffs?
Rhythm, health, chemistry.
Yep.
Okay. So, if we're talking about rhythm, definitely talking about health. Let's just exclude health. Let's just assume everybody's healthy, right?
Okay.
Rhythm, chemistry,
mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
The top 3 or 4 seeds, because right now Brooklyn is fighting. They're like 7, 8 seed.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 15 games left.
Mm-hmm.
Their chemistry, their rhythm is off. They probably lost like 15 of the last 18 games. They're trying to find
17
their
of the
rhythm,
last 18. Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Going into the playoffs, the Miami Heat rhythm and chemistry is fire.
Mm-hmm.
The Boston Celtics.
They just added Oladipo back, so they got to work on that.
So they got to work on getting him
The
in.
Boston Celtics,
they gelling.
chemistry is night and day. Like they've been going crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I've seen Giannis do some shit in the last 4 games, Joe, with that team that reminds me why they won a championship last year.
Brook Lopez is on his way back too, by the way.
So that's 3 teams. That's the top 3 teams right now. You mean to tell me that if the Brooklyn Nets faced one of those 3 teams in the first round, the Brooklyn Nets gonna beat them teams in a 7-game series?
They have the talent to do it. Now the chemistry, all that stuff is going to play into it, but they have the talent, though. I mean,
they definitely have the talent to pull it off.
Yeah, I mean,
but I don't think nobody and just to the caveat to that is, I don't think anybody wants to see that team first round in the playoffs.
Look what Kyrie just did last night.
I don't think anybody wants to see him first round. Now they have, like bro said, they got the talent to knock anybody off, because we're saying that everybody's healthy at this point.
Right.
So they have the talent to knock anybody off, regardless of seed.
Right.
Okay. So just to take a poll. Okay, so y'all got first round. Let's say Brooklyn versus Miami. Who you got?
That was kind of a toss up, because you got a lot of guys on that. It ain't all of that.
Everybody's healthy though. Everybody's healthy.
Yeah, I mean everybody healthy, but I mean you're gonna put Duncan Robinson on KD.
I'm saying, just give me a win in a 7-game series.
Chicken. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like,
no, I get it. Just give me a winner in a 7-game series. Brooklyn or Miami?
I mean, if we're gonna factor in all of the stuff we threw in, of course
it's Miami.
Okay. That's one. Okay, let's move on. Okay. First round, Brooklyn. 7-game series.
Brooklyn to Philly. I'm gonna go Brooklyn. I'm gonna go Brooklyn against Philly. You know why? Because James Harden still ain't proved nothing in the playoffs. And he gonna have to give up them shots. Embiid is expecting to shoot the ball 25, 30 times.
Okay.
And then you got to get Maxey his touches.
Yeah.
And then James Harden is gonna do what James Harden does, which is jack up stupid stuff and cost him a game.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with, because they got to work on chemistry too.
They do got to work on chemistry.
Okay. So y'all got Brooklyn over
Philly,
the Sixers. Okay. Yeah. First round, Brooklyn,
Milwaukee.
They're the defending champions
for a reason.
You can't count them out. You can't just put Brooklyn there. You still got to go through Milwaukee to get to a ring.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Their team has been together the longest, and they won. So you got to respect them, and I'm going Milwaukee Bucks.
Okay. So last one. Brooklyn, Boston Celtics, 7-game series. Playoff starts. Everybody healthy. Who you got?
I'm going Boston.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They've been together actually the longest.
Now they have a new coach.
Yeah, they got a new coach. But they've been together
the longest.
And I mean,
certainly they have experience.
They got experience. You got Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown.
And don't sleep on Buddy that picked up from the Spurs. What's his new Devin White something?
Yeah. Derek White. Yeah.
Derek White.
Yep.
What I'm saying is that I like the Brooklyn Nets as far as a team if they get it all together. But the playoff starts in like a month. It's like it's not even, you ain't got that much time. So basically, y'all saying that the only team that the Brooklyn Nets can beat in the first
top.
round, in the top 4 is
Philly.
76ers?
Yeah.
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 What do y'all think, man? What do y'all out there think, man? What do y'all think about this? Because
Let's go, people. Chime
I
in.
don't know, man, because I'm sorry, Miami, Philly, Milwaukee, Boston. The Bulls is scaring me right now. So I'm gonna still go with my midseason because remember we picked.
They still not healthy. That they still don't
still
have
not
everybody
so
back.
we still gotta watch out for them. Okay. But those top 3 teams, if the Brooklyn Nets win against them in a 7-game series, I don't see the Brooklyn Nets beating Miami. I don't see them beating Milwaukee. I don't see them beating Boston, and I really don't see them beating Philly, man. That's just my thing. In a 7-game series,
what makes you feel so good about Philly?
Because it's matchups. It's matchups and it's experience. Now, KD got a lot of experience. KD won the championship. Okay, I give you that. And B got a lot of playoff experience too. Okay, B has a lot of playoff experience,
especially after crying last year.
Yeah, and matchups, man. And B do some stuff now, albeit
he's going to be a problem.
Albeit it was Tristan Thompson. Okay, fuck y'all. Okay, whatever. Okay, yeah. Oh, it was Tristan Thompson.
No, he's gonna be a problem with anybody.
He's a dog, man.
But that's against any team. He's gonna be a problem.
But who on Philly is going to guard Kyrie Irving?
I'll put Jaylen Brown on him.
On Philly?
Well, let me see. You say who gonna guard Kyrie on Boston?
No.
Yes. It doesn't matter. No, we said Philly.
Philly, who gonna guard Kyrie?
Barbecue chicken.
Okay.
Everybody.
Who's going to
everybody?
Kevin Durant.
It's matchups. You can say the same with Harden and Embiid. Who gonna guard them?
If I'm
Let me get drunk in this motherfucker, man. Hold on.
If I'm Brooklyn,
damn right.
Let's see.
First of all, we gotta take a free throw, man. Let's take our free throw real quick.
Let's see. Brooklyn Nets roster. I can tell you. Let me see. Let me look at their roster so I can speak in actual factuals.
Free throws in the air, man. Get this drink out the way.
Let's go, Brody. That's it.
Whew.
All right, that's it for me.
I'm curious because
if I'm putting someone on James Harden,
okay,
from
that's
the
what
Nets,
Brooklyn, yeah,
from the Nets,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put Ben Simmons on him, and I'm gonna switch off and put James Johnson on him.
I like that.
I'm gonna put Ben on him, and then when he's need a break, we'll bring James Johnson out there and bump him.
So you're gonna put Ben Simmons, who hasn't played in an NBA game in over a year, in the playoffs.
You said everybody's healthy right now.
No, he's healthy. He's healthy, but he still hasn't played. He still hasn't hooped in an actual NBA game in a year. You're gonna put him against James Harden.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. James Harden getting back to him.
I'm not drawing up a play for him to hit the last shot.
Right.
I'm putting you on the best perimeter player on their team.
Yeah.
Because remember, I brought you here. I brought you here not only to be a facilitator, but because you can be a disruptive defender and your length. So because of that, you're going to do this. That is the expectation. I'm not asking you to score. I'm asking you to do something to slow somebody down. Because he's still going to do what he does.
Yeah.
I mean, Harden's still going to do what he do, but you got to make it difficult.
Make that 30 hard.
Make it hard, but this is going to shut everything down, though. Because y'all still, regardless, y'all don't got the Brooklyn Nets coming out of the second round. Correct? Yes or no?
Now, no.
Just make it entertaining. That's it,
right?
Man.
So basically,
basketball for once.
I mean, no, they brought this team together to compete. They brought KD there, Steve Nash, Kyrie. They brought all these Millsap, Aldridge. They brought all these people there to win a championship, bro. They brought them there to win a championship.
It just
But
didn't
they're not
pan
even
out.
gonna make it out the second round.
COVID happened. Kyrie made his decision on not getting stuck with the shot. Harden left. You can't predict this stuff, man. When they signed deals 2 years ago, nobody knew the world was going to shut down.
Do we actually think and just think about what is the reason that Harden say, you know what, I want to get out of here. I'm playing with one of the best players in the world at KD, one of the most underrated or best point guards in Kyrie. We got a lot of depth. We got a lot of bets. I want to leave here.
Mm-hmm.
Why do y'all think he did that? It's probably a different reason.
They said he was irritated.
He's irritated with Kyrie.
With Kyrie not being there.
But that wasn't his choice.
Yeah, that's not
like that. You don't have a personal gripe with somebody's personal decision. Like that is your team, and that's what you're dealing with, right? So it's the same way for me. Like personally, I don't want him on any of my teams.
Who you talking about, Kyrie?
Harden.
Why not?
Because I don't trust him.
Okay.
He's a ship jumper.
They was already saying he wasn't happy in Philly. He was there like a week. You getting reports he ain't happy in Philly. I don't trust him.
Hey, real AD. Can I ask you a question real quick?
Go ahead. Ask me a question.
Who do you trust more right now? James Harden or Russell Westbrook?
Unfortunately, Harden.
Wow.
Unfortunately. And that's because Brody right now is not like, and I don't even know if I can blame him, like in terms of totality. Like you know what? The one thing I would say about Westbrook is that the one thing I know for sure about him. So the one thing I know for sure about him. So I'm gonna flip that, because the one thing I know for sure about Westbrook is that I'm gonna get his all.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna flip that. The one thing I know for sure is I'm gonna get his all. So I'm going Westbrook.
I'm going Brody. I've been riding with Brody since UCLA. I'm going Brody. His whole issue is playing next to dude. That's his whole problem.
Man. Come on, man.
Playing next to dude. He already said he don't know his role from one day to the next.
Next day.
He said
what was the problem? What was the problem when he was with Washington there?
With Bill?
Yeah. What was the problem when he was with Washington there?
Same type of player. Him and Bill, the same player. He ain't had none of it. He didn't have any of these. I mean, he had questionable shot selection on the OKC.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he jack up shots. When Brody feeling it, he's feeling it. He gonna shoot. He check every often.
Think about this. When has he been the most successful? What environment has made him the most successful?
Who you talking about, Brody?
Yeah. When he's what?
Probably when he was with OKC.
Right.
But what was happening?
What was happening? What was his role?
But what I'm saying, you look at, this is important. Everybody that's tuning in, I want y'all to just pay attention to this conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Russell Westbrook on one team,
mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then you go from you put Russell Westbrook with Chris Paul, with James Harden, and things like that, right? Then you put Russell Westbrook with Bradley Beal and other pieces. Then you put Russell Westbrook with LeBron James and AD and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So realistically, you guys are saying that in order for Russell Westbrook, who's a triple-double, like amazing, who goes
mm-hmm.
hard every night,
mm-hmm.
in order for him to be successful with a team,
mm-hmm.
he has to be in what type of predicament?
And what type of predicament? Primary.
He's playing
primary ball handler.
Primary. Thank you. Ball handler.
Primary ball handler.
Look. Just look at all the people you just said. LeBron James is the primary ball handler on the Lakers, right? In Washington, Bradley Beal, him and Bradley Beal both brought the
Probably
ball
right,
up, but
right.
it's the same thing. Bradley Beal going to attack. Westbrook didn't even know how certain spots. What was his role on their team? What was his role on the team? Explain. We watched some Wizards games. What was his role on the team?
Okay.
Undefined, right? Undefined. What was his role in Houston? Because Chris Paul
Houston
was on
should have
that team.
worked.
Chris Paul was on
Houston
that
should have
team, right?
worked. Houston should have worked.
Chris Paul was on that team, right?
Houston should have worked with that squad. That should have worked.
But if it was Chris Paul has the ball, right? If Chris Paul is making his pass, he's going to give it to the other dude that makes just as much money. James Harden, who got to have his touches or he going to have a hissy fit.
So Westbrook got to go to what? The Timberwolves or something? Like what ideal team that Westbrook got to go to be?
He just needs to be a
Gotta be
primary
successful.
ball handler.
Ideally, he just needs to be the one to facilitate, like to start
Teams
to
out
start
there
the
like that.
offense, huh?
Not many teams out- There's not many teams.
And guess what? Because of that, wherever he falls, he's going to struggle unless he finds a team that allows him to do that. Because it's proof in the pudding. He is not. You know, there are people who can be flexible, right? And we know those type of people. Brody is not flexible. You can't put Brody on the wing and say, knock down this open shot. I just need you to sit over here. When I drive, I'm gonna kick it to you, knock it down.
Yeah,
that's not.
That's what's
that's not
happening to him in
for him.
LA. That's what's happening to him. He's being botched. He's being Kevin loved.
Yeah.
That's what's happening to him right now. And he questioning all his moves, and that's why he hitting the top of the backboard.
Or nothing at all sometimes. Shit.
That's why he throwing it to the lady in the third row, knocking over her popcorn. That's why, because he ain't even having fun. He's like, man, I don't even want to do this, man. I'm out here with dude. And
we don't keep disrespecting a man calling him dude. Man. Y'all be disrespecting
with dude. And
this is one of the greatest basketball players of all time, and I'm not even a LeBron.
He is.
Man.
Okay, he is.
We've attested to that in previous episodes.
Yes, we understand. Yes, I call him dude because I'm gonna call him dude.
That's messed up, man.
Playing with dude, and he can't. All right, he's playing with LeBron James.
Thank you. What's so hard about that, man? It's the man. I mean,
too many syllables, man.
Yeah,
one of the greatest of all time.
Take too long to get that shit out.
Play with buddies.
I'm saying,
see how easy
if we gonna criticize Westbrook for his Westbrook and Harden for them jumping ship, and if you could trust them and all this stuff, right? It's always I mean, think of why do you think that in Milwaukee is working so good with Giannis and Holiday? You know, the point guard there. Why do you think that it's working so good with these point guards that feed off of the main thing? I feel like if you put Westbrook in a system where he don't have to be the ball handler, but put him in a position where I like I said, Minnesota. Put him over there with Cat. Put him over there with the youngster. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking his name, but
Anthony.
Put him over there with Ant-Man.
But they don't need him
over there with a system.
They got D'Angelo Russell. You don't need him.
If you trade D'Angelo and Russ, I feel like Russ will be more successful in Minnesota, and D'Lo will be more successful in LA. They will be more successful with the opposite teams because you're asking them to do exactly what they're supposed to do.
Right.
Westbrook isn't a problem, man. It's just
Westbrook ain't what? Say it again.
Westbrook is not the problem in LA.
Absolutely, I agree.
He's not the problem.
I agree.
Can we say buddy? It's no, really, being real. The problem in LA is the guys are standing around watching LeBron James. Being real.
That's
LeBron James can do a whole lot on the court. So they get complacent with watching him.
Mm-hmm.
And also the other problem is Anthony Davis is always hurt.
Always hurt.
He's not in the game. Davis. He's always hurt. And then the fact that Westbrook doesn't know his role from day to day. And it may not be a good thing for Westbrook to be playing at home. That may play a factor in it too. He may be back kicking it back where he ain't, he probably got other things he probably back doing that he probably shouldn't be doing.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody can't play at home.
Yeah.
So that, and then you got I'm playing for the Lakers. This is Kobe Bryant's. This is Magic Johnson. This is Shaquille O'Neal. This is, you know what I'm saying? This is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. It's a lot of pressure to play at LA because you got a lot going on. I believe he's a player that can handle that. But I think when you couple all of that and then you're playing with LeBron James, somebody you've been battling your whole career, and now you playing with him and you used to going at him, your whole competitive thing is off.
Here's the crazy part. And he's not going to do this. He wouldn't agree to it if it saved his life. But here's the crazy part. The crazy part is if Westbrook came off the bench, they would be winning more.
They talked about that. And Frank Vogel, they mentioned not, playing him, you know what I'm saying, or making him come off the bench with the second unit. Man, Westbrook is going to lose it.
I know.
Let him suit up and let him come out there and play.
I know.
You're going to put him out there with Tucker Horton, and he going to be big blue.
I mean, it worked. It worked for
Revis.
Yeah,
no, I mean, it worked. It worked for. Okay, but it worked for Melo. Melo accepted that role.
Well, Melo, how old is Melo?
And how long?
He about the same age as Brody. Damn.
But how long did it take?
They the same age?
No, it's probably like a 5-year difference.
That's a big difference.
No, it's not a 5 year.
Melo, my age.
I think Brody is like 32, 33.
Yeah, that's Melo like 37.
35.
Melo about to be 38, bro.
37? Is he really?
Yeah, he about to be 38.
Westbrook 33, Melo 38.
Thank you.
He's ready to be 38.
I did not know Melo was that old.
I told you, bro. Like, and Melo is further along.
Yeah. And how long did it take Melo
to come to the realization?
Accept that. How long? Denver was like, listen, bro.
I don't know, man. You gotta,
won't you have a seat over here? No, I'm going to the Knicks. When the Knicks got to that point of, hey, Melo, I think you should have a seat. He got up out of there. OKC. Houston. He got to the point where he's like, you know what? I want a job. I want to check. I want to keep doing what I love. Let me just go ahead and sit down and hoop.
Mm-hmm.
So check this out, man. I feel like I got a lot more to say about this, but I cannot this whole show without talking about what one of my favorite is tough, but I was okay. Fuck it. I'll go as far as say it's one of my favorite rappers in the game. Right.
Mm-hmm.
The game did an interview on Drink Champs. Shout out to Drink Champs, man.
Yeah,
I know one of the producers over. I know one of the producers over there, man. So shout out to Drink Champs.
Big fan of Drink Champs.
They did an interview with the game, right? And the game, if you haven't checked it out, ladies and gentlemen, go check it out. I don't know, bros, y'all checked it out now. But the game went on there. Yeah, it was long as hell.
4 hours long. Shit.
Game went on there, and he said a lot of stuff that's got a lot of people riled up, man. So I want y'all opinion on the episode with Game and Drink Champs. More importantly, what he said about G Unit, what he said about Dr. Dre, what he said about Eminem, man. What's y'all take on that stuff, man? That's
Hey, listen, for me, it was just mad entertaining, right? Because Game has always been who he is, man. Like you just, you gonna get the authenticity out of him. He just gonna be who he is, man, and share whatever light, but he's sharing his perspective. It was hard to get through though. I had to do it in chunks because that shit was 4 hours long. So I'm like, ain't no way in hell I'm sitting here for 4 hours. But I don't know, man. Like, I think, in some arenas he may have said some controversial things, but I think that I don't know if any of it was really like far-fetched though, to be honest.
Okay. Corn?
This is loyal Drink Champs watching. I've been watching since for the last 6 years. I was
really
watching,
good show, man. Really good
watching.
show.
Yeah, Um, let's see. The interview was super entertaining. I was just with Game just because he came to be the drink champ. He came to get slapped. I was with it. Like, come get slapped. Don't worry about. He didn't give politically correct answers.
Right.
He got on there and just did his thing. Now, so in regards to what he said about Dr. Dre, yeah, Dr. Dre, he was signed to Dre originally. Some things didn't really work out. They basically put him on G Unit Records to get the ball rolling. So I know, Dre gave him an opportunity, but he's saying what Kanye did in the last 2 weeks at that time was bigger. That may be true. We don't know what Kanye just did for him. We don't know what he just did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't go into details. But we know that throughout Game career, Kanye has been in flashes. You know what I'm saying? He's been in flashes of his career. Now, I know we said Kanye just did a whole lot on this Drillmatic album, which I can't wait to hear. I can't wait to hear what Game come with on this Drillmatic album, because the joint that him and Ye dropped is one of the songs that's from that album. When he went off on Pete Davidson, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm with it. Some of the stuff they were talking about that happened on the album. And then you got to think, Kanye's really good at production. So I'm sure there's other producers other than Kanye, but then you give Kanye a finished product already, and then tell him to add the little stuff to. You don't know what Ye just did. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know there was a time when Dr. Dre wasn't really rocking with Game. I forgot which album, but it was like a 1 or 2 album gap. Let's see. I know he wasn't on the Doctor's Advocate, because that was like a tribute to Dre, Doctor's Advocate. I want to say they reconnected on LAX, I think.
Yeah.
So it was like
about a 2 year.
Yeah,
about a 2 year gap between that.
Yeah, so that's a gap. But I know they connected again. I mean, that's a bold statement, but we don't know what was said. And, Game gonna say what he want to say. He gonna say what he want to say. Now, in regards to what he said about G Unit, that's all documented stuff already.
Exactly.
All that's documented already. Everything he mentioned about G Unit. I mean, he even leaving out the parts where he said, "Yo, I take full responsibility for a lot of my failed networking things in this industry." He said, I was tripping. So he even said, like, yo, 50 did this, that, whatever. 50 was me and him dope in the studio. I tweaked here. I did this. You know what I'm saying? And in regards to Eminem, I mean, I won't say that he's a better rapper than Eminem, and I'm not a super Eminem fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a super Eminem fan. But I'll say I listen to the Game more than I listen to Eminem.
Yeah.
And I actually listen to the Game. You know what I'm saying? I listen to his music. I got all the Game albums on my phone from the first joint to 1992, the documentary to 1992. I got all them joints on that. You know what I'm saying? I was actually listening to him when he was known as Chuck Taylor. You know what I'm saying? So as far as like, man, it was just entertaining, bro. It was just a good time to watch Game get slap talk crazy. I mean, the other parts of the interview, I mean, it was like 100 getting on there and saying something. That was some of the most. That was the stuff that if anybody wants to have a think piece on or go off about some of the stuff he said. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, go ahead, Reggie. What you think?
So let me, man, Corn, you hit exactly what I wanted to talk about, right? Because I looked at the interview, man, and I'm a fan of the Game. You know what I'm saying? The documentary, I love the album. There's a lot of joints on there that was dope. I mean, just to do his whole career, man, just being from LA, the whole Blood versus Crip thing, just the whole background of it, right? I feel like The game has a different story than a lot of rappers, you know, and it hits more. When it comes to when he was like, you know, he was like, I used to think that M was a better rapper than me, but he was like, he's not. You know, sometimes it takes for you to be like, yo, I thought this dude was better than me, but he's not. Even in like hooping or any type of you think you admire a person because the game used to admire him as the he's like, yo, he's the shit.
Mhm.
But when you get better in your craft and you get better, you got more albums behind you, you got more bars behind you. You're like, you know what? Nah, I think I'm better than Buddy. You know what I'm saying? Before I ask the question that I really want to ask, that Whack 100 thing. Whack said that when Pac died, he was a legend. But when Biggie died, when Nipsey died, they wasn't a legend. Do y'all agree with that?
I didn't agree with it. I could see as far as with Big, no, like Big did his thing. I understood the angle he was trying to come from and use, but no, Big was a beast because he started talking about who they put on. Okay, we got Lil Kim, we got Mace, we got C's. We want Big is actually responsible for Cameron, if you want to be
True.
technical.
Mhm.
So then you could put everybody else that branched off from Cameron under the umbrella of Big.
Mhm.
So there's different things. Now the only thing, Big didn't have a bunch of albums. Big, got killed. Um, actually, today is his
Yes, it
death
is.
Death
anniversary.
Shout out
anniversary.
to Big,
Yeah,
man.
for
Shout out
sure.
to Big.
So I didn't feel it with Big. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I understood as far as what he got with Nip. Nip
Mhm.
was fresh to the game,
Mhm.
fresh to the mainstream game.
Right.
Mainstream, right.
Right.
Mainstream. So he didn't get a chance to take off. He was, you know what I'm saying? He was cut from us too soon. Now, as far as what he was doing for his people and putting on, he was, what he was trying to do over there on Slauson and
Mhm.
Crenshaw, what he was trying to do, having all them centers and all that put up. But Wack also said only speaking musically.
Right.
He did only say let's keep it music.
Mhm.
Musically, Nip didn't get there. Now, Victory Lap was dope. The Crenshaw album was dope. Slauson Boy, all of like he had music. He had music, but no one really took to Nip until after he died.
Mhm.
There wasn't people talking about Nipsey Hussle until after. You had a few people that, that really listen to his music. You know what I'm saying? You had people, you got your pockets. Everybody got their pockets. But nobody was talking about Nip the way they were 3 years ago. It wasn't until the day he died that people started finding out how dope he was as a person, and
Mhm.
how respectable he was, and how respected he was out where he was from. Is when people was like, man, dog, he was dope. He was that. Because if you want to be honest, people not talking about him now.
Mm-hmm.
People still talking about Big. People still talking about. Now, I listen to Nip, but that's what I'm saying. People was like, oh man, people, the masses felt that for a minute and then they moved on.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Mhm.
Right.
saying?
So here's one I want to ask you guys, man, before we get ready to sign off in a bit. What's important about that interview is that I want to just ask you guys, because last show or last couple shows we talked about anytime we talk about hip hop and rap, we talk about top 10, top 5. I think we pretty much got a good gist of top 5, right? I want to know if Game and M did do a versus, right? Who you give the edge to? I'm talking about hit for hit, bar for bar. Who do you give the edge to? Game or M? And I want y'all to think about that because Both of them have catalogs
Mm-hmm.
that's not always mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
So who y'all got?
Um, I you know I so you brought up a good point, right? That we talk about catalogs and we're not talking about just mainstream.
Right.
Um, that battle would actually be a really good one. I don't think it'll be as one-sided as people believe it'll be. Um, though I'm a fan of both and I rock with M, there are certain facets of M um, that I can't really get with, and so with that, I lean to Game.
Okay. All right.
Let's see. Me, um, I think the verses would actually be kind of pointless. I don't think it's a
Okay.
because it's different styles of rap,
Mm,
different styles. Um, like for example, if Eminem plays Superman and the Game plays Dreams,
Oh, I like Dreams.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
That beat go hard on the Dream. Just side note, man. That beat on
facts.
the Dream, that beat go hard, man.
Yeah,
I wonder. No, that was Timberland. That was
that
Timberland.
was Tim. Yeah.
Yeah, that was Timberland. I mean,
Boom boom dream, boom 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 dream.
the thing is, there isn't like a matchup. Like, okay, I mean, because like when Eminem plays "My Name Is,"
Right. That's
all right, moving on.
right. Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, it don't match up. It don't match up. You know what I'm saying? Like, bar wise, we know like what Eminem can do. We
Mm-hmm.
know M is dope. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he can write, he can rap, but feeling his music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna. I at my age, I don't want to hear about Kim in the trunk screaming for her life. I don't want to hear that. I don't
You
want to hear
stupid
that.
slut bitch. I hope you die.
Yeah,
Right. Right.
I
Right.
don't want to hear that. But
Ah,
for me, Game's music still relate to me from when the documentary dropped my freshman year of college.
I love it.
It still relates to me now.
Mm-hmm.
This is how we do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Where is all right? So at that point, I guess Eminem could play like patiently waiting because that has 50 on it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the music don't match up. It don't
Right.
match up.
Right.
And I
And you
just
know that game. You know that game had. He said on it. He felt a certain way that he wasn't on that Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? That M was on and he wasn't on.
it
But he
does
felt this. You know. I mean.
it doesn't just like I said when we spoke about it. He doesn't fit that. He didn't fit that. Yeah, Snoop transition. You just heard you did you hear Game on there talking when he was talking about the streets?
Right. Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you still one foot in, one foot out.
He's still out here, bro.
And then you gotta look at it. If you put Game up there, right? Notice Snoop documented gang member, but he don't have tattoos on his face.
Right.
Kendrick Lamar's from LA. Doesn't have the Game ain't even marketable. He got tattoos all over his face. He talking crazy. You know what I'm saying? He still be getting into stuff. He still be stealing on people and all type of stuff. So it wouldn't have fit. It's just like it wouldn't have fit if they would have, even though they from Northern California, but it wouldn't have fit if they would have put Too Short on there. Like we said earlier, it wouldn't have fit if they would have put E40 on there because the masses don't know his music.
What about Cube? You think Cube should have been on that?
Cube would have been a dope representation, but him and Dre don't have any music together. Like in the last since NWA, they don't have any music together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then politically, it wouldn't have been right because people are upset with Ice Cube about what he was trying to do
With
for
the
people.
with
Yeah,
the
so
presidency.
yeah, so it just didn't work, and you couldn't put Game out there. I mean, hell, shit, YG wasn't out there. I mean,
Right.
that's what I'm saying. Like, shit, you'd have had the whole Damu and Pyro up there. You don't fit. It just didn't work.
Yeah,
It didn't work. I mean, I get it. You felt the way, but it wouldn't have worked.
So before we end, man, let me ask y'all a quick question, man. Would you put Game in, and y'all always get on me about this, but would you put Game in your top 15 rappers of all time?
Of all time?
15.
Yeah, I like Game.
Yeah. First of all, because y'all are saying that Eminem is in y'all top 15, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay. So would you put Game above M in that top 15?
I don't know, man. You know, like sometimes, man, them lists so interchangeable. Some days I can wake up and be like, I mean, my favorite rap, like if somebody asks me your favorite rapper and not adding, you know how many times somebody was like, who's your favorite rapper right now? And one day I can tell you Pusha T. Next day I tell you Fabulous. Outside of Jay-Z and all that.
Right.
It'll interchange. It depends on my mood. One day Game might be in my top 15. I may have a strong argument for Game top 15. And then I'll be like, all right, he's definitely in my top 20. It depends.
Mind you, real quick, I was at the gas station yesterday and I heard some people talking about rappers. So I just randomly asked. It was two girls and a guy. I'm like, man, I just want to do ask y'all a quick question. Who is y'all favorite? I asked each one of them. It was two girls and one guy. I said, who is y'all favorite rapper right now that's alive? Two people said Lil Baby. The two girls said Lil Baby, and the guy said Gunna.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I'm saying we talked about this. Generational.
Yeah.
They was born in the 90s or early 2000s, late 90s or early 2000s. Yeah. That's that age group. That's their goats. That age group don't even listen to Drake.
Okay. All right, let's stop it. Okay?
They don't.
No, seriously. Like,
let's not.
You know what I'm saying?
Drake.
Like, for example, I work with high school kids, bro. They're not talking about Drake.
But we can agree.
Some of them don't even like Lil Baby.
Hold on. We can all agree that Drake is a top 5 rapper that's alive right now. But we can go ahead. Continue.
We already.
Yes, we already agreed to that.
We already agreed to that. We agreed to that. Actually, we said he was the top rapper now.
Right.
All right. Thank you.
We already agreed to that. What I'm saying is, depending on age group, they're not listening.
They're not even rocking like that.
Yeah,
like that's not even. He look for them. He ain't even in their top 10.
Yeah, like.
What's a Gunna song? Can y'all tell me a Gunna song?
Pushing P. That's the new one.
Oh, he the one sing that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I didn't. That's my fault because I didn't know that. Okay, my bad.
I don't really know.
I don't know a whole
title.
lot of.
Like if I hear it,
I know it's him.
This is Gunna song. Like,
right.
I can tell you that.
I didn't even know that. My bad.
But
that's on me.
No, but see, that speaks to us, right? So it's the same way. So that speaks to like shit. None of these. We like, all right, yeah, that's cool. You stay over there with that shit. Like I rock with you sometimes and listen to you, but it ain't nothing. I'm like, oh yeah, this shit hitting right here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It just ain't.
I mean, it is what it's generational, bro. It's every generation gonna have who they think is top and this and that. You know what I'm saying? This is like if we go get our parents and ask them about Chubby Checker and then get the generation that was listening to Smokey. They gonna be like Smokey. Chubby Checker. What are you talking about?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It is what I mean. It is what it is. It's just fun conversation. It's just the debate. It gets the people going.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, look, man, this whole debate as far as, rappers and top 10, top 20, who's going to win versus, who got better bars, I feel like it's a lot of, it's situational, depending on age, but it's style too. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I remember one show we had maybe a week ago, somebody put LL Cool J in the top 5. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, everybody, and no shade to LL Cool J, you know what I'm saying? Ladies love Cool James. Okay, shout out to you, brother. I'm not, okay, but I'm saying everybody has different preferences.
Right.
I was listening to Lupe Fiasco yesterday, and I was like, damn, I forgot Lupe was cold like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
With it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's preference. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lupe, by the way, man. That album, man. I had to go download the album. I'm like, damn, Lupe kind of cold. You know what I'm saying? Because I forgot. You know what I'm saying?
Also, for people, listen to that Enemy of the State mixtape. He went off on that too.
Yeah.
Enemy of the State, that's what it's called?
Yeah, but that mixtape dropped like 10 years ago, but it's fire.
From Lupe?
Yeah, it's fire. I play it all the time. It's fire.
Okay, I gotta go check it out, man. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's about preference, man. But what we do on this show, we like to highlight music, sports. We give our own opinions and things like that, right? I'm telling y'all, man, this show was great. But next week, man, like I say, NFL free agency starts on Monday. We got a better look on the playoff picture starting next week because it's going to be the last little stretch of the games, right? Yep. So next week we're going to be able to actually pick exactly the seedings and who he thinks is going to win and things like that. I want to talk a little bit more next week about some other stuff too, but I'm going to save that. I'm going to tell the guys in the chat, man, but I got a surprise for y'all as far as guests. I got a guest that I want to come on, man, that's really knowledgeable, that's been in the game, that knows about all this stuff, man. So we're gonna get him on, man. But
for sure. I'm with it.
I want to say, for the record, just to end the show, fuck what y'all talking about. Mitch Trubisky gonna take a 10. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying right there.
Don't do that.
NFL playoffs next season, and I want y'all to eat y'all words. That's all I'm saying right there. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm gonna say let's end it on the right note today. Let's end it on the right note today. So, you know what I'm saying? We gotta end with that tribute, man.
Yeah, for sure. Gotta end with Big, man. We gonna go ahead and play this little track real quick, man. Y'all just hold out for a quick second and vibe with us for a minute.
Wallace, man.
Shout out to Chris Wallace, man.
Right.
I don't wanna live no more. Sometimes I hear death knocking at my front door. I'm living every day like a hustle, another drug and juggle, another day, another struggle. I don't wanna live no more. Sometimes I hear death knocking at my front door. I'm living every day like a hustle, another drug and juggle, another day, another struggle. I know how it feel to wake up fucked up, pockets broke as hell, another rock to sell. People look at you like you's the user, selling drugs to all the losers, mad Buddha abuser. But they don't know about your stress-filled day. Baby on the way, mad bills to pay. That's why you drink Tanqueray, so you can reminisce and wish you wasn't living so devilish. Shit, I remember I was just like you, smoking blunts with my crew, flipping over 62s, cause GED wasn't B.I.G. I got P.A.I.D. That's why my mom hate me. She was forced to kick me out, no doubt. Then I figured out niggas went for 20 down south. Packed up my tools for my raw power move. Block 19 for casket and flower moves. But Trump's trying to stop my flow, and what they don't know will show on the autopsy. Went to see Poppy to cop me a brick. Asked for some consignment, he wasn't trying to hear it. Smoking mad Newports cause I'm doing court for an assault that I caught in Bridgeport, New York. Catch me if you can like the gingerbread man. You better have your cat in hand, cause man, I don't wanna live no more. Sometimes I hear death knocking at my front door. I'm living every day like a hustle, another drug and juggle, another day, another struggle. I don't wanna live no more. Sometimes I hear death knocking at my front door. I'm living every day like a hustle, another drug and juggle, another day, another struggle. I had the master plan. I'm in the caravan on my way to Maryland with my man Two Tex to take over this project. They call him Two Tex. He told Two Tex. And when he start the bus, he like to ask who's next. I got my honey on the Amtrak with the crack in the crack of her ass. 2 pounds of hash in the stash. I wait for honey to make some quick cash. I told her she could be lieutenant, bitch got gas. At last, I'm literally lounging black, sitting back, counting double-digit thousand stacks. Had to re-up to see what's up she'll be home in 3. Until then, I look out for the whole family. A true G, that's me, blowing like a bubble in the everyday struggle. I don't wanna live no more. Sometimes I hear death knocking at my front door. I'm living every day like a hustle, another drug juggle, another day, another struggle. I don't wanna live no more. Sometimes I hear death knocking at my front door. I'm living every day like a hustle, another drug juggle, another day, another struggle. I'm seeing body after body, and I'm Mayor Giuliani ain't trying to see no black man turn to John Gotti. My daughter use a potty, so she's older now. Educated street knowledge, I'm a molder now. Trick a little dough, buying young girls' fringes, healing with the dope feed binges, seeing syringes in the vein. Hard to explain how I maintain. The crack smoke make my brain feel so strange. Breaking days on the set, no sweat, drunk off my wet, can't bag yet because it's still wet. But when I drive back at 5 at a time, I can clock about 9 on the check cashing line. I had the first and the third, rehearsed, that's my word. Nick in the game, D's knew my first name. Should I quit shit? No, even though they had me scared, yo, they got an 8, I got a check with air holes. And that's just how the shit going.
R.I.P. B.I.G.
Man, shout out to Big, man.
Notorious.
The legend.
That Mark say I was trying to get my GED. I was trying to get PAID. My mom kicked. Man, look, man. Look. You know, y'all look. Big is always my top man. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Facts.
You know, always that's like the standard for me, man. Big and shout out to Big, man. Like for real, he died too young. You know what I'm saying? And he, you know, if he was still alive right now, man, everything would be. It wouldn't be no look, Uzi and look, you know, all it.
Right.
It would be different, man.
Yeah. Facts, man. Well, look, man. So, you know, make sure, man, y'all go find us, man. Find us on Facebook, Bars and Buckets Podcast Crew. Join that group. Join the Facebook page. Bars and Buckets. Should find us on Instagram. We got the YouTube channel going. We also on Anchor. We on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. Man, we everywhere, man. We building this thing. We appreciate y'all that's rocking with us every week, man. Just make sure when y'all check in, man, make sure y'all share these lives, man. Let's get more people engaged with us. And yeah, find me on Facebook, Adrian Dury. Find me on Instagram, Urban Gentleman 85.
It is. Corn, where can they find you at, brother?
Find me on Facebook, Cornell Shelby II. You can find me on IG, gold_mine_CEO 84. Yo, check us out next week. We definitely gonna rock. We're gonna put together a dope show for y'all, man. Let's have fun. Come kick it. I'm definitely gonna have my bottle. We gonna tee up.
Factual.
There it is. All right, man. Look, man. Of course, you know me. I'm Reggie Move 4. You can find me at Reggie Move 4 on Facebook. The Nas Society on Instagram, man. Shout out to the brothers of Bars and Buckets, man. Shout out to everything that we do. Be sure you go like, subscribe, follow, share everything we do, man. We got a lot of events coming up. We got some stuff coming up, man. That's about to be dope. That's about to be big. We about to get up out of here, but I want y'all to remember, man. Always remember, man. We give the best advice. We talk about the best things with sports and hip hop and rap, man. We give our opinions, but it's always real fun. We always have a drink. We always do them free throws, man. We love y'all. We gonna see y'all next week, man. I always remember, man. I'm telling y'all. I remember what I said, Mr. Trubisky. All right, Mr. Trubisky gonna do a thing next year. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
All right, look. We out of here, man. We love y'all. We gonna see y'all next week, man. Bars and Buckets. We out.